T-minus 30 seconds. T-minus 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
So I've seen a couple of these short circuit guys sending out disses, and to be honest, they fucking suck. So I wanted to come and have a little word with them. Yo,
Trunks made this jam.
so my class is new, and ain't nobody ready in the school. When I pull up to the lesson with a tool, find an enemy to shoot. Ain't nobody who can never be competitive in truth. Wanna test me till they get me in the boot. Fake blood like I'm fake from a wound. You can call me any dealers, while Jesse's in the boot. You can turn up as a general with troops, but I turn you to a vegetable. You meddle with a suit. I am better than any brother in your crew. Dope tears like 11. This is men against the youth. Need a ID to remnants when I'm 7 in two. Need ID to play this game. It's not accessible to you. You ain't ready for the truth. Choke Marvin and Melly's gonna do a Heimlich maneuver, thinking that you're wrestling your food, but he's never done it ever cause he's huge. If he's got a vendetta, get it settled with him, boom. You went and dissed Ozzy, saying he don't rap. Don't disagree with that statement, it's basically your facts. But that's the thing that showed me he's afraid of a hard scrap. Cause when you kick a dog with his plane, he won't bite back. These fakers are all whack. I'm like Jason before Max. I was trading up my chains, I was changing for soul class. Never say shit, I don't mean it, you're taking a fall back. I am clear with my intention, this tension can cause slack. But you cunts in the south, you get punched in the mouth. Look what Sandy's your tea, no lunch in my house. Wanna beef with me loud till I'm hunting you down. Look how hard we can work, leave you slow to the couch. In my sights, I'm blazing, cause I don't like these ways. Me get them in intensive care in the night, the patient. It's like dojo rapping, a white eyebrow raising. I'm like a titan waiting to give your life to Satan or Mike Tyson. Got a couple by the sick, it don't matter if this shit best. No come on my ass, can these man get off his dick? Or murder you so bad if we battled in a pit. Then the pig will be your grave, so in your grave I'll have to spit. For a paddy little bitch, how did man get all those clicks? Is it cause he's got those bars? No, man, it's in the click. Use your empty body bag and start packing up and quit. Stop singing in your battles, it's embarrassing as shit. Wanna cypher with Tony D, not a fight with these lonely geeks. I fucking troll for weeks. Don't show me you won't the street. Show me someone who can smoke the beat, but they don't compete. First punch nearly broke your teeth. Second punch left a bloke deceased. Bunch of joking seeds. Yo, everything you wrote is weak. It's about time somebody told you, G, you're going all for free. I don't roll with shit.
Yo, what is good, guys? This is the Smokehouse, the Plug TV. Hope everyone's doing good. Don't forget to hit that like on your way in. Subscribe if you ain't subscribed as well. Share the stream. Also share my Twitter as well. I've put a tweet out to say that we're doing the stream, so yeah, share that as well. Got a bunch of guests coming through. Gonna waste no time bringing them up. Straight away, we got Frost. What's up, man? How you doing?
What you saying, brother? You good?
Yeah, all good, man. All good. We've got Wavy John as well. How you doing, bro?
Yeah, not too bad. You lads all right, yeah?
Yeah, all good, all good. And we've got Caveman. What is good?
Yo, what's going on?
Hey, all good, man. All good. Hope you're all well. Everyone, I can hear you loud and clear, which is perfect. So yeah, we're gonna get into the event and everything, and talk about all the battles and all that. But first, you guys are gonna have a go on the wheel. So I don't know if you've seen this last week, but basically you're going to do a blind top 10 battlers. I'm going to give you one battler, and it's going to be random. You're going to put them where you think they would land in your top 10. Then I'm going to give you another battler. Then, it will go on. Frost, you've seen this before, so we're going to start with you. Let me just pull up the wheel. So your first battler is going to be... Briggsy.
Oh, Briggsy's a tough one, man. I feel like I've got to give him sort of a mid-place, like a middle of the board at the moment. No, not even that, bro. But you know how it goes with this sort of thing as well, isn't it? So like, you could end up with like,
I'll just fuck with you. I could end
up with a stream of fucking getting like people that I rate higher or whatever. Do you know what I'm saying? It's difficult. Yeah, I'll give him a 5. I'll give him 5th place.
Okay. Let me just edit that real quick. Cool. All right, your second battler then.
Go.
People in the chat, let us know where you would have put these guys as well, if you agree, disagree, all that good stuff.
We do 10 people each, and we rank.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
I'm with us now. Okay, cool.
Danny Jack.
Straight in at number 10. Straight in at number 10. I hope I don't get anyone that I like less than Danny Jack, because like, yeah, but Danny Jack's going in at 10. No, do you know what? I'll give Danny Jack 8 because I feel like I can shit on someone else better. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Next one. Gem.
You've got to put him in as number 1, innit? I can't expect to get the chances of fucking Shotty or Tony D showing up here. Then, yeah, I've got also, yeah, I've got to go Gem number 1.
Okay. There's your list so far.
Cool.
Let me know in the chat, would you have agreed with all of these?
Oh, mad. Well, yeah, he's got to go number 2. He's got to go number 2.
Okay.
Leicester. What did I give Danny Jack?
8.
Is it funnier to put him above or below?
I think we've got
Jack?
Sester in the comments as well. What's up, guys? We've got Kingsley, Sester.
Your rap was shit,
What's
bro.
up? And Ram as well. What's up, man? Hey, your idea again, man. I need you on here to do one yourself.
I'll give Leicester. Oh, do I put him at 8, 7 or 9? I'll give him 7.
I was gonna literally just say you're not allowed to play anymore. I was just about to take my ball home and everything, man.
You're not playing it right.
Yeah. I was hoping you was going to get Nishi.
Fucking brilliant, man. Hey, anyone who hasn't watched Nishi needs to go and watch him, bro.
Yeah.
He's one of the best. He's one of the best the country's ever had. It's unfortunate that you don't get busy no more. But yeah, I'll put him as I've got
2, 3,
Koji in at
4,
number 2.
6.
I'll put Koji in
Oh
at number 2.
yeah. Sorry.
So I'll put him in at number 3.
You got to spell Nishi with an I though, 2 I's. That was ridiculous.
It looks mad off, innit?
Yeah. Little Nish.
Nishai.
My little foul. Oh yeah, give him a look.
Alright, how many have you got left? 4, 6, 9, 10. Kingsley, he's in the chat as well.
You're saying Kingsley? Do you know what? I like his potential. I feel like I'll put him ahead of. I'll put him in number 7. No, wait, sorry. Leicester's in at number 7, isn't it? So then, Kingsley's got to take 6 then.
Okay. I spelled Kingsley wrong as well.
I did it all the time. It's kind of funny though, isn't it? Especially when they correct you. Like, yeah, I don't care.
I'll see
Now we've got to go in at number 4, innit?
Yeah, no brainer.
Yeah, that's.
You've had quite a good list actually so far.
That's a big top 5.
It's working out.
Not bad.
Yeah, watch me get Tony D now, and I've got to put him.
Yeah, to be fair though, you have fucked yourself because you've only got 9th and 10th. Hulk.
Hulk's gonna have to eat number 9. That's deep for him, but yeah, that's the way it goes. I would
Right, so
definitely change. But
the
yeah,
battler that you think is the worst out of all of these battlers is
Shoyora. Yeah, Mr. 30's got to eat 10. There we go.
damn. But yeah, to be fair, I think that's probably the best looking list we've had on here.
The problem though, yeah, I should have definitely stuck with my guns and whacked Danny Jack in at number 10.
Yeah, you got to trust your gut, obviously.
And then Leicester would have taken the 9th spot. And then Kingsley could have quite comfortably taken the 8th spot. And then the rest of it makes sense.
Big up Dojo. Really, really good performance at the weekend, man. Yeah, all right. That's your list anyway.
Money well earned.
Let me know in the chat. Do you agree with it? Disagree with it? Would you change anything as well? Yeah, I think that went too bad. The way they came out was quite good, actually. And we just reset all this back. All right, who wants to go next?
Can I suggest? Should we go like one after another, rather than doing 10 each? Should we go like dush.
Okay, yeah. That's a good idea. Yeah.
So we're doing like a duo one.
Or you two doing it together. You don't want me in there. It's long. Let me go get my tea.
Yeah.
No, yeah, we'll do it simultaneously. All right, Caveman, this one's for you then.
Cool.
Rap 4.
Rap 4.
Do you know what we're gonna do actually? Wavy, can you do this list as well? But don't tell us who you're picking, and then at the end I want to see how different it is. So if you can write it down or anything like that, or
let me go grab a
we got
pen.
the private chat or whatever it is as well. We've got the private chat on here that you can just type it into.
Yeah.
I want to see if yours will be different. That'll be interesting.
Oh yeah. Rap 4, I'm gonna put at number 6.
All right, next up. Mickey Worthless.
Ooh, I'll put him at number 8.
Oh shit, hang on.
I do like a lot of Mickey Worthless's battles though.
Who did you have first? Banner went.
I had Raptor, Rap 4, Irish Rap 4.
So Rap 4 at 6, and then where are you putting
8.
Mickey? 8.
Oxo.
Cool. Oh, this next wave John's back. Oh my god, man! I keep having to like delete the banner, but if I don't save it, it all comes back. So I just done that 3 times now, and I didn't save it for the 3rd time. I got to do it again. Right. Anyway, I know what you got. So let's get you on to the next one. I can sort this shit out.
Harper.
Tough one, I think.
I'll say probably number 9. I'll stick him in at 9.
Number 9. Okay. All right. Let me just pop him in there.
Yo, DARPA is the name of like some American departments, like the department for the. It's
the weather.
It's too niche to make a bar out of, innit?
It's brother, it's so annoying. It's so annoying. Like it's the weirdest name to write for, man. It means nothing. Fucking Daniel Harper, dickhead.
All right, so that's your list so far at the moment. Let's get your next battle. Wilsey. You seen much of Wilsey?
Nah, yeah. Obviously, most of Wilsey's battles. He can have 7. He can get 7.
I think the one thing about like see where there's a lot of inactive people on here, yeah, like your brain automatically sort of ranks them lower, because they're not in your like current favorites or whatever. Do you know what I'm saying? So like, whereas if he was an active battler, although I don't remember him being that great against Enigma, but yeah, you know what I'm saying. It knocks you down because you're just inactive, bro. People have got like a set of favorites in their head.
Yeah,
that's true.
definitely.
same as Mickey. Like 5 years ago,
Mickey was exactly what I was. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Mickey was a lot of people's like favorite to watch just because of entertainment factor. Like now,
Yeah, not even necessarily because of his bars or battling. It was just
no.
But
But
he did it,
was
wasn't
always funny. He was always funny.
Do you know,
Yeah,
that's what I was thinking
Mickey
about.
was-
Like that kind of era was there was a lot of different characters, weren't there? Like a lot of people kind
100%.
of played into their characters, and I feel like that's what we're seeing with these short circuit lot now. Like that's one thing that I noticed whilst I was watching the battles that, no two were alike. If you know what I mean, like no two battlers were similar.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. It was good shit. Right, next battler then. Bada bing, bada boom. Gasper.
What?
Number one in it.
Legend. Hero. I'll put him at. I'll put him at 4. Big up Gast. It's a healthy 4.
Big up, Gas.
Got a lot of time for Gas. He was very good against Graza. That was a very good battle from the pair of them.
Yeah, definitely. And also outside of battles, what he does, you know, he's a constant.
As a human and promo king, he is
Mhm.
Unmatched.
Yeah. But that's not what we're ranking people on.
No, of course, Pedo King.
Peter Kid.
That shit made me crease, bro. When I saw that, because as well, yeah, he's the type of person to have made a T-shirt like that just for the like one moment of a battle, and I was like, did he actually have that T-shirt? Like, yeah, no, fucking hilarious.
All right, next battle is Maverick.
I'll put Maverick at 3. I thought Maverick beat Real Sick back in the day, and that was like maybe like I hadn't had that much battles.
He didn't. Real Sick kicked his head in, man. I love
don't think he
Maverick.
kicked his head, and I think there's an argument for it. I don't think he kicked his head.
I just think he was.
That beatboxing bit
power
though,
is
that was sick. That was
that's what I'm
actually
saying.
sick.
The star power is sick. That early in his career was just steamrolling, and I just don't think Maverick had the same sort of. I mean, and you think that I think if I remember rightly, that the crowd wasn't very receptive throughout the whole of the day, but Sick really had them.
Yeah, they were electric
in his hand, like the whole way through the battle, man. So I just think that was the big factor in that battle.
Yeah, I never saw that one live. I was only watched that back, so that energy in the room sometimes is tangible, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, yeah. No, I'll put him at 3.
Do you think Koj can do better against Sick than what Mav did?
Yeah.
Again, the one thing that is going to be the biggest challenge is that star quality. Like Sick just really does. It draws you in, man. He has you in the palm of his hand. If he and that's what Koj's really got a battle against, because rapping wise and the rest of it, I think they're quite even matched. Bar wise, I think Koj might have the edge over him, but it's that star quality of being able to just and I mean Sick, and this is now where Sick's been URL stages and whatever else, that he's got another fucking. There's a lot of. What's the thing where you're playing in the games and like you get like the different ability points or whatever else? Sick's unlocked a lot of those, man. He's dangerous.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No, definitely. All right, next battler then. Let's see what you get.
You're more skilled of a battle for me. Something like that.
If they get down and do press ups, I'm gonna be pissed off.
Trubs. The gaffer, Trubs.
Trouble's a difficult one.
Can I have a look at my list? What's open?
I think you filled your 9, like your 7, 8, 9 of it too quick there, you know.
No, I wouldn't put Trouble that low, though.
Trouble at 5.
That's what I was going to say. Trubs at 5.
Healthy. I like Trouble's style. I think he's very unorthodox, and he seems very present in the moment when he's rapping, and it keeps
I'd like him to battle more.
Yeah, same, man. Same. I
I'd
would.
like him to battle a lot more.
Like the whole dodging even like just dodging tech and stuff like that. Like he's just very in tune with what's going on in the moment.
Very much so.
Definitely.
Very much so.
Yeah, it's awesome. So Trubs, get in the pit, but not hosting. House dog, baby.
How does this work again? The number, then the name.
So you got
I'm
10.
doing one on the
Hang on,
side.
Trubs, you was getting praise. You was getting praise, man. I promise. You was getting praise.
Bowski,
Outside.
I'm calling that.
You got 1, 2, or 10, bro.
I feel like there is only one
I've got to
place
say-
in there, unfortunately. It is, you know, he is a legend in his own right, but if he was in a tournament, number 2.
Yeah.
Fuck it. That's that money gas, boy. That's that money gas.
Never. He's from Lancaster, man.
Same
Revolt.
You're nuts, man.
I love
You're
Bowski.
nuts. You're nuts.
At one point, I was trying to learn to do splits. So if I battled him, I could like, he does his spin. I was like, I'll elevate it, and then
Easy 10th place for you here, isn't it? Jeez.
I lie. That's it. Straight into number 10.
yeah,
You got number 1 or number 10, what we saying, man? Of course. All right, so
Do
you're...
you know, it'd be so funny.
odds
if
of the
you
next
put it in
person being
number
better
10
than
and
you
then,
will see. Oh, if it's Kmart now, I'm pissed.
Let's go, man.
Whoa.
That would be hilarious.
Almost an hour, almost
Lunacy
man.
at number 10.
Number 10.
Not a bad list again, though, really. Like, you know, there's a few... It seems weird to do an order of Lunacy, Belsky, Maverick.
Yeah, that's the whole.
So, Chubbs, basically, I give you one battler, you've got to put them into a top 10 where you think that they would end up being in your top 10. Then I'm going to give you the next battler, then you've got to do that, and then the next battler and the next battler until it builds your top 10. So, yeah, that's
It's
a good
chaos.
list.
It's loose chaos.
I love it as well, though. It's so funny. Ryan, big up you for fucking giving me this idea as well, man. Big up you. Right, John, did you get a different top 10?
My list, right? So parts of this are similar. So we've both got Bowski second because it got to that point of like, because I also only had 1, 2, and 10 left. I was like, I can't put Bowski in 10. I couldn't do it to myself, so he's had to go second.
Okay.
I've got Trouble in third, Maverick fourth. I've got Rat 4 fifth, Gasper fifth, Mickey in seventh, then Willsey, Darper, and then obviously I had to put ScoMo last because he was the only option left at that point.
Fair enough.
I'll be honest, I don't going to put him. I'd probably like to put him in like maybe around 7. He's been smashing it recently. But yeah, ScoMo in 10th. Unfortunate for him, really, innit? But there we go.
It depends when the names come out, Chubbs. But to be fair, I think you've ended up being on the list more than anyone else. Well, Nishi has come up like 4 times. For one person
Nishi
before.
come up.
Yeah, he just wanted to be picked, you know. All right, let me get rid of this now. Then we'll finish with that. I always find that interesting. They seeing what people will be. I always just sit there and like do it myself sometimes as well. Because I'm a bit sad like that. It's practice for when I'm on here. All right, that's what it is really.
I think it's interesting afterwards how much you change your list.
Yeah, definitely.
When you end up with your 10 names, like, oh, do you know what? I'd only changed that little bit there. Like, I'd moved them 1 point upwards or whatever. Yeah, it's funny that.
Trubs, I think what you should do for the top 10 award is just do that. Like, give everyone a battler at a time, and they've got to put them in order from there. And then, like, whatever. It's not like it's important. Like, there's money on the line or anything, is there? So fuck it. Who cares?
I'm not getting it this year. Fuck them. It's my only hope, really.
Oh man, you're just gonna be robbing the place instead. All right. So yeah, we've got the event to talk about, but also there is another event coming up this weekend that I thought that we could go through as well and do a few little predictions. I know Frost, it might be a bit of a sore spot for you, man.
Yeah, man.
It's
It's unfortunate,
Oh.
man. It is that it fucking. It's never happened. Like, I mean, it's not me personally that has to pull out, but it's the first battle that I've ever not done like like from my side of things. You know what I'm saying? And it's annoying that that it has to happen. And now I'm not going to come to Liverpool anymore. Like it's kind of done me a favour that I can get to sort of get some things done over the weekend. But like it's a nailer, isn't it? It's fucking it's a big card to miss out performing on.
Yeah, and I think that would have been a really, really good battle between the four of you as well. I was really looking forward to it.
I'm sure we're getting rescheduled. We're all fucking easy going and able to fucking put something together whenever it comes around. But yeah, man, it is what it is, and it's one of those things that happen.
No, definitely.
We move.
Exactly that, man. So yeah, we'll go through the card. Obviously, Black T and XQZ ain't happening either now, which is unfortunate. But yeah, we'll start from the bottom and work our way up. So the first battle, just the rule as well, I'll let you have one veto. So if there's a battle you don't want to say who you think is going to win, you get one battle that you get to skip. That's it. So we've got Sean Cray versus Free Will. Will's had a pretty good year.
He has, yeah. But do you know what I will say about Will's battles? Yeah, is he's at his best when he has when he's able to sort of tell someone off.
Yeah, lock on to like an angle.
Like you did this, and you're a nasty piece of work because of it. Like that's really when he's at his best because he's good at telling
to be
people
fair,
off.
the ending of his one rounder against Lazy, I really like that. I did really like that. And even freestyled a bit at the end to say like it was a whole bit where he was saying like, "You're not lazy, I'm more lazy."
Yeah, I'm so lazy. I haven't even finished this round.
Yeah. But I thought that was really, really good. So I don't know.
I'm going to say Free Will.
Mm.
I'm going to say Free Will.
Yeah,
I think he will still tell off Sean. To be honest, I think he'll find something to do it with and make it work.
I think you're right, and I've thought that myself. It's like when he has an angle like that, that's when he really gets going. But I'd like to see him at some point, be able to find another way around that. And I think this could be the time. I think he's cold enough that he can do it without that. So
yeah, definitely.
I also think
he's a good writer.
Good match, but yeah. I'd probably lean towards my man.
For me, I think Sean Cray is very funny. I think the card that it's on is going to play right into his hands. Like I think that, and like I say, without the sort of telling off factor, and I'm sure Will Ross is. I'm sure there is something you can tell him off about. I haven't really, do you know what I'm saying? I haven't fucking put my mind to like, well, what did I say about Sean Cray? But like, but yeah, I might go for Sean Cray for that. I might go Sean Cray.
Okay.
He's very funny and he's very sort of again like he just knows how to like chat to the crowd. Like maybe it won't work up north as well because he's quite a sort of chap with it all, and maybe in Liverpool that might choke him up. But I'm gonna go for Sean Cray for that.
Do you know what? I feel like that being so early in the card, I feel like that will be a really good advantage as well. How likable he is. It's like with the crowd not warmed up yet, you're just off on you sailing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is okay.
Yeah. I think I'm leaning more towards Free Will, but I think Sean could beat him. Like I don't think it's impossible to do. Obviously,
I think Sean Cray is a lot more palatable. If you know what I'm saying, like it's nothing overthought. It's very simple, direct. Like this is funny. Like this about your missus or whatever. Yeah, I think that's what's gonna win it for him.
Yeah, definitely. Sam Hypes versus Lazy.
Bun Lazy, but also Bun Sam Hypes. Both these men are shit. That's my veto, innit? Lazy.
I don't know why people say this. I reckon Sam Hypes is pretty good, and well, obviously Lazy is as well. But Sam Hypes he gets a lot of slack.
Do you know? I mean, the thing that I say about Sam Hypes is like monotonous is the wrong word, but that's the sort like that's.
Do you think he's battled too many times?
I mean, he hadn't battled more than me, but I've battled too many times as well.
Yeah, but
I
think
because
there's
he's
a
been around for
difference.
10 years as well.
I think there's a difference between you and him though, because I feel like you've got more of a persona.
Right, yeah, style. Yeah.
Like you've got more of like that kind of like we would know we're watching a Frost battle. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, whereas Sam Hopes can be a little bit more generic at times, I think. But I don't think he's really found his proper lane yet still. But it's to come. I've just seen someone backstage, so I'm just going to bring them on. It's Bentner. What is up, man?
Yeah, what's up, everyone? How's it going?
What's going on?
Yeah, all good, man. I will allow you to introduce yourself. Exactly. I was gonna say that, man. You ruined it for me.
Sorry.
No, you're getting.
I'm not saying that. That's getting retired now. That's getting retired.
Okay. Yeah. Hey, to be fair, I think people know who you are now.
I hope so. I've been knocking around for long enough by now. So
no, it's been a very good year for you. I think it's been a good year.
Thank you.
We're just going through the what our predictions are for Undisclosed 10. So cool. I'm going to ask you real quick, who do you think out of Sean Cray and Free Will?
I've only watched like one or two Sean Cray battles, and I've watched a lot of Free Will. From what I've watched, I'd probably go with Will.
Okay.
I like what Cray does. I like what Sean Cray does. But I'd probably go with Will, just sort of as a gut feeling.
Cool. And then we just did Sam Hopes versus Lazy. Well, that's what we're on at the moment. I don't think anyone's actually gave their predictions yet. I personally think Lazy's going to take it, but I'd like to see Sam Hopes take it.
I'll be honest. I think Lazy's probably been the best in Division 2 by a clear margin.
I don't know, man. I don't know. You've got. I think he had a debatable with Rap 4. I don't think that was as clear. I think the person who's been probably like who I'd throw in the ring first is Graza and iKid.
Oh yeah, no, do you know what?
iKid,
yeah.
He's been really like stable this year. Like he's just been consistent with it as well. So yeah, I don't know about saying he's been the best in Division 2 this year, but he's up there. He's up in the conversation.
It's not his fault. He got what's he called? Sean O'Mac. No showed him, did he?
Oh yeah, shit. So he has actually only.
iKid.
He was ready for 2. He came to Man to do the whole thing.
No, Lazy got no showed by. But yeah. So what? Lazy's only battled Rap 4 then, any in the league?
Is that right?
Yeah, I mean so. Yeah, and he's battling Sam Hopes this weekend.
Is that for the league as well?
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, cool. Yeah, so Ben, who you got taking that one?
That one I'd go with Lazy probably. I mean, I first saw Sam Hopes years ago. He battled on a King of the Ronalds card that I battled on, and it's kind of crazy to see how far he's come because he went like 2 years where no one, like he just couldn't get a booking. He'd message me at sometimes and be like, "Yo, can you get me on Dub Scandal and shit?" But ever since Prem became a thing and he hopped on that, he's really improved. Yeah, Sam. But I think Lazy's just really consistent with his writing. Like Lazy's also got like some really big game experience. Like he's done one rounders with like Random and Quill and stuff, and I think that's helped him a lot in like developing.
And also, he's constantly involved as well. Like he's like a lot of the London events. You can't miss him in the footage. So I think like I don't remember the last time I've seen Sam Hopes even at a battle event, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, no, I'll give you that. I don't often like to say nice things about Lazy, but I think this one's his in the bag.
You two battled?
Nah, I never. Little pussy, always scared of man. Yeah, we've never.
I would say the cameraman is going to have to work cut out for them on that one.
Funny enough, so we would. I know, right? That would be the worst. I'm gonna have to step on something, or he's gonna have to go on his knees. Pussy, old suck my dick. We was booked to battle on one of the Code Red cards before they fell apart. I can't think of what it was. I think it was the whole dirty wrong one that when that all come out, they stopped doing their events, and so the event just went in the bin. But yeah, we was booked, and it's never been rebooked since.
Okay, I'd like to see that though.
Same here. I'd like to battle him. I think we'd have fun. I'd smash him up.
I think that'd be a good battle. I'd like to see the lanky, tall, streaker piss jokes that you would come up with as well. I think that's what I'd be most looking forward to. Because Lazy, like the angle of the height won't work for Lazy as well as it will work for you, because he's had to do that before. Like he's done that angle quite a few times of being like taller. Yeah, that'd be interesting. But yeah, next battle then, Kingsley Thunder versus Slester. I gotta go with Slester personally. I got love for Kingsley. He knows that.
Remember, we're in Liverpool.
That's very true. That's very true.
Probably his first ever Liverpool battle as well.
All of his powers there.
Just for that comment, actually, I think Kingsley. Now, I think it's an interesting one, this one.
I think Kingsley. Off the basis that he's coming off of, a performance where I know he was very disappointed with his performance against me, and he's vowed never to do that sort of thing again and have like a shaky performance and prep late and whatever else. So I'm assuming he fucking went home that night and started putting the pen to paper and fucking got things out. And
that wasn't gonna happen.
and I think with his comedy style and whatever else, like they're both very funny. But I think he's gonna play well into Kingsley's hands. But again, Slester's got a lot more experience on him. But my answer would be Kingsley.
Okay. What was Slester's last battle? Was that meant to be Shauno?
I mean that's a great battle from Slester, man.
I think Shauno was meant to be before Kick Nelly though. So yeah.
Okay, cool. So as I say, coming back from that might make the difference.
But yeah, Kick Nelly was
fucked Kick Nelly up. He fucked him up good.
He did. Where is Kick nowadays? I've not seen him. He's not on any flyers. Nothing.
Apparently, he was coming to the short circuit event, and he ended up at some next engine rooms in like North London.
I remember people in the venue seeing those two in it. I was like, no, it couldn't be me. It was going to be someone.
Yeah, what sausage.
Come off the mouth.
See, that's why London scares me, because you could aim to go one place and you end up in 20 different places.
Put the postcode into your phone, bro. It's so
That's simple. Exactly what I do. And then the whole time as I'm going around London, my phone's like this, just in case I go off course.
Like, surely when you put engine rooms into Google and you see like a million fucking like
train museum and shit.
Do you know what I'm saying? You're like, oh, maybe I should double check with the flyer to make sure that I'm going to the right place. No, not our kid.
No, he knows best.
Yeah.
The guy must have like 2 hours travel time to check it as well, Joe.
That's true as well.
What else do you do?
And you're definitely on your phone in that time as well. That's the worst thing. Of
course you are.
What a hero, man. What a hero.
Love it.
Yeah, all right, so Slester versus Kingsley. Who we got, Bentner? Who have you got taking that?
I think Kingsley's obviously going to win it in the room because it's his home crowd, isn't it? And it's been like, when was the last time there was an event in Liverpool? I can't remember. I can't remember there being one for a long time. So, and since O'Shea's on the card as well, everyone's going to come out for that as well. So, in the room, it's going to be really hard for Slester to pick it up. He's really good. On neutral ground, I'd probably give it to Slester, but with it being in Liverpool, I'd probably edge it to Kingsley, just because I think the room might be so much on his side that it's going to be hard to.
So is it kind of like Kingsley versus Slester, Slester versus Liverpool?
Slester's got a lot to do to win the crowd. Slester's got a lot to do to win the crowd, man, and that does take the wind out of yourselves quite a lot when you're rapping.
No, definitely.
But he again, no, not like to give the devil his due. Like Slester is very good at not giving a fuck what the crowd are doing and just enjoying himself on himself. Do you know what I'm saying? So like, if there's anyone can do it, it is Slester. But I will go for Kingsley.
Yes, we're not saying anything. we're not saying anything that he doesn't know already, that he hasn't already thought about
definitely.
and hasn't already probably prepared for. So yeah, I think he'll handle it well. But I just think that it's just going to come across that Kingsley will be taking it regardless of what happens.
Okay, and Wavy, what are you reckoning on that one, man?
Yeah, I feel what Bender says basically summed it up perfectly. Like it's gonna just be easier for Kingsley to win a battle in his hometown. That's what it comes down to. Because I think on paper it's so even, but just having that on your side, I think that's just what's gonna push it over the edge for him. I think Kingsley's gonna win that.
Okay, decent. All right, brings us on to the three main events that we got for this card. And the first one being Marlow versus Quill. Marlow, newly appointed knight. What are we saying? Nobody wants to start this one off, do they? Oh, yeah. Yeah, so this is your veto, Frost.
I'm not vetoing it. I'm calling Quill. Mandrill mob all day.
I'm actually leaning more towards Quill on this one personally. I think he's going to have a very good. There's going to be one round that is probably going to end up being round of the year this year in this battle from Quill. I think you know his like special round. We'll call it that for now. Yeah, like I think he's got a lot that he could do against Marlow in that sense. Yeah.
So does Marlow on the other hand, though. Marlow. I mean, he's quite a creative person. We always sort of look to them as like the doubles, but I mean, I can't think of it. But I know I was there from like his Danny Jack battle. I know Danny Jack's an easy opponent for him, but like he's very good at like just all of what Quill does. Marlow's very capable of making it look very fucking silly. Like, I mean, I know obviously he's not going to be a magician for this, but if he did that to Marlow, 2 words out of Marlow the round after would make it look so daft. Do you know what I mean? Whereas, like, so it's but I mean, obviously it's Mandrill all day.
What are we saying, Caveman?
Oh
shit.
Yeah, like I say, I feel like Quill might want to take that one. I think it goes a little bit back to what we was just talking about earlier about when we're doing the game at the start. And once people have not been clashing as often, they kind of fall out of your opinion. Like at the time when Marlow was at his peak, we would have like looked at this one totally different. But yeah, I think Quill might be a bit more easy. Will be all right. It might be more battle winny. Do you know what I mean? And Marlow might be super entertaining and hilarious, but I reckon Quill might be a bit more battle winny.
Okay. Like, yeah, I get that. What are you saying, man?
So I think, to be honest, I'm going to give it to Quill. You think he's got a title defense coming up as well in a couple of months, so he's going to be wanting to sort of like sharpen his tools and stuff like this. He's going to be ready for a battle, and as much as I love Marlow, it's been a while since he's done solo battles to any form of consistency in regards to how often he's doing them, not the quality of course, but I think with just Quill being ready to go, he's got something coming up that he needs to perform in to his highest level. This is where he's going to get that practice in for that.
Yeah, definitely. And Ben, you going with Marlow or are you siding with all of us with Quill?
I think it's probably going to be Quill, but where you say Quill's going to have his one special round, which will end up being round of the year, I think Marlow's going to have one round which is going to clown the fuck out of Quill and make him look ridiculous for all the stuff that he's done. Whether that will be enough to win the battle, I'm not sure, but I think Marlow's going to have at least one round which is going to be one of the funniest rounds of the year. And that's probably the one that I'll be looking forward to the most out of all of them. But I still think Quill will probably take it overall.
Okay. Brings us on to the second main event: Shuffle T versus Harry Baker. This is difficult because I feel like, you know, like you was just saying, obviously people not battling and things like that. Like sometimes you might think that they're not as good as they were, or all this sort of stuff. I also think the same, like when somebody great comes back against somebody who's great but consistent. So like Shuffle T, we've had quite consistent battles from Shuffle, whereas Harry Baker is coming in Like we know he can do what he needs to do. And I feel like that's almost an advantage in the opposite way for this battle, as it is for Quill versus Marlon.
Yeah, I see your point. I mean, I think, I mean, the one thing I will say about Harry Baker, although like Marlo's sort of been out of the ring and that hasn't been performing I mean, I'm sure he's done some of the Sounds Like shows or whatever, but he hasn't been performing individually. Whereas I know Harry Baker does shows all the time, so
exactly
like having like a crowd reactions and whatever else. Obviously, it's not going to be like a battle event, but do you know what I mean? There's something about performing that he wouldn't have lost and probably gained a lot more experience outside of it. I'm still going to go Shuffle. I think Shuffle's very good, very good at making angles and like delivering on whatever it is that he's doing. I'm sure Harry Baker's going to try and match that, not match it or to say copy things, but do you know what I mean? I feel like Harry's going to try and take one of those sort of routes and let's say recreate a sort of Shuffle round, if you like. And I just don't think you can beat Shuffle at Shuffle's game.
Okay. Ben, know what you say?
I think Shuffle takes this one. I think Shuffle would have taken it when Harry Baker and him were both active back in the Don't Flop days. Harry's obviously he's done a lot of his touring. He's done his show, so that means he's still writing as well. So it's not like he hasn't been writing, but I just think that with Shuffle still being active the whole time through, that he's just going to take
back
it.
In those days as well, like
way more
of a developed.
Yeah, if this had happened like back when was it that Harry Baker battled Charlie Clips, like 2015 or something, 2016?
Jeez.
Like if this had happened then, I still think Shuffle would have taken it then when Harry Baker was sort of at his best. So it's hard to say someone that's been out of the ring for 5 or 6 years is going to come back and beat someone that's probably top 5 easy in the country.
Easy top 5.
Yeah. I mean, I was thinking top 3 as well, but then I'm thinking of other guys that I've put in my top 3.
It's a tough top 3 to squeeze into, isn't it?
Yeah.
The top 10 battlers list this year is going to be fucking difficult, like proper
100%.
difficult. Wavy, who do you see? Who do you see taking it?
I think it's going to be Shuffle T. I think it's pretty similar to what we've been saying. I don't think there's been a point where Harry Baker has been the better battler out of the two at any point in this sort of like battling career or whatever you may want to call it. So I don't think there's going to be any change in that. I think Shuffle, Harry Baker could be great. He's had some classics and I've rewatched quite a lot of his battles from time to time, but I can't see it not being Shuffle in this one.
Okay, and Caveman.
2-1 to the Shuffmeister General. My eyes.
Got it. I feel like this last battle is the easiest to call on the card, which is weird, just because of who it is. But O'Shea is going to 3-0 Solkan.
Yeah, big time.
Big time.
There's no other decision to be made when it's a Liverpool and it's O'Shea, right? Even regardless of that, anyway, I think O'Shea battling is just the best thing ever.
And as well, I mean, one of O'Shea's biggest sort of drawbacks over the years has always been sort of an unprepared O'Shea or whatever. I mean, this is the only battle he's had all year, and he's known about it for like the whole fucking year. Do you know what I mean? He's had all the time in the world to sort of to get his shit down, and I'm sure where O'Shea's been about in battling for so long, he knows so many bits and pieces about Sol Khan to draw on and whatever else.
Yeah.
Like, I think he's walking on a minefield, is Sol Khan.
That's a very good way of putting it. Yeah, I feel like he is in every step he's gonna hit. He's gonna hit something.
Yeah.
Definitely. All right. Well, yeah, we've called the card. We'll see what happens. Good luck to everyone on the card. Good luck to everyone traveling. I hope everyone's sorted out all their travel and that. If you still need to, I know that there was. I think Coupar put a tweet out. I'm pretty sure.
I think they all got snapped. I think they got snapped up. Yeah.
Prem should have looked into fucking booking a coach for that day. They should have and charged people. They would have made bucks, I reckon.
It's so difficult, isn't it? Like any other stage, it just wouldn't fucking go that way. But as soon as the trains start fucking about, then everyone's in the pit. It's like, I've got no way of getting up there. And then, more of us should drive, I guess. But fuck that. You want to have a drink when you get there as well. Do you know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
That.
Yeah, no, I get that. But yeah, that's next week. If you're in Liverpool, if you can get there, then make sure that you get to that event. It's going to be great, even with the unfortunate cancellations that's had to happen. Still a great fucking card. So yeah, get your ass down there. If you can't get there, though, the next best thing is the Patreon. Patreon.com/Premier Battles, all that good stuff. That's enough about next week. Let's talk about last week. Short Circuit. So Frost, you obviously were hosting throughout the day and that as well.
I was having a good old drink.
And yes, she was. Your laugh, by the way. Wow.
Oh man, it's annoying, isn't it? It's annoying. It's so like it's not a cackle or nothing. It's just like abusive, man. It's
you got a slow laugh.
Do you know what was funny as well? As you was doing it, I think Georgie had a bar about like you can't squawk on me or whatever, and then you just see you in the background just squawking.
Yeah, don't let me up near the front of battles anymore, lads. So I think that's something that we should take away from this weekend. Is keep me to the background where like let Jen tell me off for being disruptive and that. Do you know what I mean?
But yeah, obviously you battled on the card. Maybe we'll start with you. How did your battle go? How did you feel it went?
Yeah, I feel it went really well, to be honest. As I say, I changed my approach for this one quite a bit and focused a lot more on actually being able to rap. Because before, when I was starting out, I was doing like don't flop cards, and it was very like the crowd wanted comedy there. Whereas I've noticed coming over to Prem, they want the full package. It's a bit more important, at least on the cards I was on over there. But yes, I focused a lot more on that. I feel I was quite direct with the angles I took against him. And it was just one of those. It just went well on the day. Big ups to Steve because I've watched it back and his writing was actually really, really good. And he put himself down quite a lot afterwards. But he needs to be quite proud of the fact that he did something.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, he beat himself up quite a bit, didn't he?
He was beating himself up, and to be honest, the stumble wasn't so bad.
I think he's a bit of a perfectionist.
Well. So he did better than I think he thought he did. I thought it was a good battle. It was a good start to the day.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah, I don't think whatever Uzi thinks about himself, like he needs to stop being so harsh on himself there, because I don't think it was a bad stumble or nothing. I think he makes it. He's definitely making himself feel worse than he needs to for that. It was a very good battle from both of you. I really enjoyed both of your materials. Wavy John, I think that it was evident of what you're saying. Like there was a lot more rap out of you, which was nice to see. Like see different elements of your style or what your capabilities are. It was a good battle. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, cheers, man. I appreciate that.
What's up, Crow?
Hey, yo, let me move myself so I'm the right way around.
Hey.
What's up, guys?
Drop him out.
Shut up, bro.
Get him out.
This guy. What's up, guys?
Never that. How you doing, man? You okay?
Yeah, decent. Just I can't be on for very long, but I did say I'd pop by, so
No, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. It was just going around asking everyone how they thought their battle went. We were just talking about Wavy John and Uzdi. I'm guessing, obviously, was that battle meant to be judged or anything like that? I think you did take part personally.
Yeah, it wasn't judged to anything like that. It was just an exhibition thing at the end of the day. But obviously, it doesn't matter because everyone makes their own opinions up as to what they think it went anyway. Doesn't really matter.
Yeah, no, that's true.
It was a good win, though. That was a clear win for Wavy John. It wasn't.
Wavy was really decent. It's nice to see how he's been developing his style and like he's kind of like
I just said that. Yeah, I just said that.
All right. All right, then I won't pay him a compliment. Nah, it was sick. It was a good battle, and actually, to be honest, Uzdi as well. He had some really good shit. Like, you know, I rated what he was doing and stuff. He came off, I think, feeling not very confident, but I thought he did fucking really well, to be honest.
It's literally what we was all just saying. Yeah, like he's beat
he
himself up too much.
He absolutely shook the room with his rebuttal as well. That rebuttal was fucking fire.
That's another thing to think about as well. When he was coming off the back of a self-admittedly bad week or whatever it was that he had. So like, it's hard to sort of, especially when you're that new. If you're really having a bad run up going into it and you have one little fuck up, it just feels like the world's crashing in on you. So shout out him for fucking
big up,
just showing up in the first place. You know what I'm saying?
The only thing that he can do to benefit himself from all this now is to just book his next battle.
Yeah, he's got title on the 23rd.
There we go. He just needs to bounce back. That's it. You know, us fans as well, we're all fickle. We only remember your last battles. That's it. I don't remember anything else apart from what you did in the last battle.
That'll be a tough one.
Crow, whilst we've got you here, we'll skip through straight to your battle. How do you think the battle went, man?
Yo, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a sick battle. Like, Georgie came with some amazing material. His performance was very good. I wrote really fucking hard for this one, and I could tell that, you know, that work, you know, paid off. Like, people were really fucking with some of my like creative punchlines and shit. So, you know, we were both getting big reactions. I feel like I probably took the first and he took the second, and then the third's kind of up for debate. But he did have a cleaner performance than me. But I think my third was also my strongest round. So, you know, I definitely don't mind at all that he got the judges, because he was sick and he put in loads of effort. Even when we finished, he even said to me, like, he wouldn't have minded if it had gone my way, and I feel exactly the same. Like, he earned a win because it was a fire fucking battle, you know.
Yeah, I see that.
He did make a tweet saying that that he feels like he really got put to a test battling, which is a nice compliment considering he battled.
Big time. No, I really respect it. And yeah, I think that was one thing that was so kind of fun about the battle for me, is like all the way through, we were kind of appreciating each other's work, and you could tell like we were giving each other little like daps and shit. I've not really been in a battle like that before. I've seen people have given me little looks when they know I said something sick, but this felt kind of like, you know, we obviously were really listening to each other, and we really fucking tried hard to kill each other. You know what I mean? So
I love it as well that when in battles, when you all have like the same material, well, not the same material, but the same topic.
It was crazy.
We both did the crowbar flip and like the Pinocchio thing as well, right?
Yeah, that's the one that's so crazy, because there's no reason why we should have both picked Pinocchio to write a bar about. Like, there's no reason. So that you could see when I said it, like, he looked at me like, "Yo, this is wild! Like, why are we saying so many of the same things?" But yeah, that was kind of like it was almost like a little Easter egg for us, to be honest, to have all that shit happening. But yeah, it was really fun. Man.
I want to ask, obviously, because a few of you here battled in front of Jazz. What was that like to have someone like Jazz in the room when you're rapping?
It was definitely dope to get like Jazz face reactions. I'm not gonna lie, because
it's real, isn't it?
She's been memed and shit so many times for like her reacting. So like when I got like some big pops off her, I was like, let's fucking go. You know what I mean? It is fire. It is fire.
Yeah, I was rapping to Breezy. I looked straight past Jazz. I was rapping to Breezy.
Yeah, so I didn't realize she was there until Dojo did that rebuttal freestyle at the top end of his first round. And then like I turn around, there's absolutely no reason why she should be there whatsoever. And I turn around, I think it sort of threw me for my second a little bit, because I was just like this is like battle rap royalty in the room, and he's just got a massive pop off of dropping a bar on her. You see me on the footage turn to him and like point, being like, I don't even know what the fuck is she doing there, man.
Well, before he mentioned her, she wasn't there. He like manifested her to become there.
Build it.
I was trying to explain it to my friends who don't really follow battle rap, and I was saying it's like if you were having a Fiverr sidekick about, and then like one of the lionesses just walked past and started like chatting from the sidelines or something.
That's exactly what it is.
My nightmare is to be like playing a game of five-a-side football and one of the lionesses to see how fucking shit I am. That's my nightmare.
Literally 30 seconds. That's how long you have to do that.
Legit, it's unreal. And shout out him for being able to fucking like pattern something that quick and not just being like, fucking hell, it's Jazz.
That was on like the back burner part of his brain whilst he was doing his round.
Dojo is kind of wild in the brain, bro. Like we were sparring outside before the battle, and he like freestyles rebuttals to your raps about the other person, just as practice.
Yeah.
That's fire.
He's committed as fuck, and he's smart.
One thing that I've taken from this dojo battle, which if we talk about, I'll get into a bit deeper later on. But one thing I've taken is that during his second round, where he was talking about my marriages, I was thinking of rebuttals, but I didn't do it because I was already pretty sure that I was 2-0 down, and I didn't want to start my third with a rebuttal that might not land. But the thing that I've taken from it now is just fuck it. If you come up with a rebuttal, as long as it's not completely whack, you just go for it, because people are going to appreciate that you're trying. Like I thought of two during that round, and I'm looking back on it. I'm like, because basically I think I'll start at the beginning with the battle is that I thought my first round went really fucking well, and I was really happy with it up until the second that he did the Jazz face bit, at which point there's a momentum switch between the two of us, which I never recover from. So I think if the writing in our first rounds is pretty similar, I just watched it before I hopped on, and he gets these massive reactions, and I think that's because he's done that freestyle at the beginning, so people are now really tuned in to what he's saying. I then have to stumble 4 or 5 bars into my second round, which completely fucks the whole round, because I'm like, I was watching my girlfriend a second ago, and she was just like, "You've got no charisma here now," and I'm like, completely like the second round is just completely his. He does really well. I think I took the third round. His third round is good. I think my third round was the best one that I had. But again, if I hadn't had that stumble in the second, I think that third round would have been so much better. But I'm still just trying to recover, sort of. If you choked in a battle, you know what it's like, where trying to get that energy you had before the choke is really fucking difficult, because you feel like such a dickhead for doing it, and it's really hard to believe in what you're saying after that.
Appreciate you, Flyboy. Sorry. Carry on. I do not know where that came from, but I mean it. I appreciate you, Flyboy. Anyway. So what's up, man? We are good, man. We are good. We are great. Yeah, I think Dojo's one to watch, but Ben, I think this is like your kind of breakthrough year. I feel like the breakthrough battle of the year is going to be a difficult one this year. I feel like we've got 2 contenders on the stream now, which is you and Crow. I think I personally would say Crow first, but yeah, you're definitely up there in contention, I think.
I personally think people have had way better years than me. Personally, I've had a good year, but I haven't won enough battles. I battled Gas Buff. Is it the funny thing about this year actually is the only battle I've gone into this year where I thought I'm going to get fucking battered was the Gas Buff battle, and that's probably the closest one that I had. I feel like that's pretty even. Me and Wavy's only 1 round, so you can't really judge that one. But then Benny P came with his best performance ever. Jimbo came with his best performance ever, and Dojo's just come with his best performance ever. And I feel like I've just sort of been like, it's why I've changed my name on Twitter to the Dolph Ziggler of UK Battle Rap, because everyone comes against me and has their career performance and looks better than they ever have done before.
I would have said, though, that like all of the short circuit crop are kind of more like newcomer of the year, aren't they, rather than breakthrough?
Unfortunately for
true. Yeah.
I definitely can't be newcomer of the year. I think I debuted better than it. Like Frost, when did you debut? You were Dub Scandal, weren't you?
I think 2018. I think
2018. Yeah, see, my first battle was 2016, I think. It's a long time ago.
See, that's why I say breakthrough, because I feel like you're not a newcomer. This is the year where, like, I think more people have known your name. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I didn't battle for like 4 years. Like after Academy 18, I did one more battle on Dub Scandal, and then I didn't battle for 4 years. So I came back last year on BA, and then this year I was like, I'm going to be active. I'm going to do as much as I can. But yeah, I appreciate it. Like personally, I think there's guys that are like, there's Crow, there's probably Reverse, Grazza. Like there's guys that have done way more. I've just had a lot of battles and had better performances. But there's people that have really like
very good year.
Tech as well. Yeah.
Tech's been sick.
Tech's had a very good year, man. He's really stepped into his, like, he always had a very solid performance or whatever else, but I think his writing and his
he's upped his bars by a fair bit.
His confidence in himself. It was always high confidence level, but yeah, I just think he just added a lot more element to his game. I think
Agreed,
Tech might be my fucking just to fuck you lot off.
Speaking of Tech, Caveman, how do you feel your battle went?
Probably the happiest I've ever been through a performance. Yeah, I love that battle.
Yeah, it was a very clean performance, definitely. I feel like this was probably Tech's like worst battle this year in terms of like he just weren't consistent throughout the 3 rounds. I felt he just started to dip into the second, and then the third he dipped a little bit more, in my opinion. It wasn't bad. Like he was still at a consistently good level, but I feel like you say, his year's been quite great rather than good. So I noticed that dip a little bit, which was disappointing. But definitely still a good battle. I will definitely rewatch it.
Guys, I'm really sorry to love you and leave you, but I'm gonna have to dip. But
hey,
I'm glad
good,
I could
man.
jump on for a little bit.
Hey, all good. Appreciate you, man. Peace.
Peace, guys.
See you later, man.
Yeah, it did. His first was definitely his best round, but I feel like all of his stuff was good until it stopped. But he wasn't particularly shaky as he was rapping and stuff like that. I thought he was good. He's cold Tech. He's got a sick voice. He's got like a warm voice. Do you know what I mean? Just like the crowd go with him without knowing that. Almost.
Whoa! I just see 2 frosts on the screen. It's getting frosty out here. I think either way, it wasn't something that's going to like damage his stock or anything like that. But again, another great performance from yourself. Great show out again. Very consistent with it all the time, which is awesome. Yeah, man. I want to see you be even more active if you can. How many battles have you had this year?
About 5. About 5 have been. There's been like 3 weeks all year that I haven't had a battle coming up.
Fair.
I'm tired.
I guess that's enough. I guess it is. What else was on the card? We had Quicksilver versus DeBurk.
Yeah, DeBurk took that pretty handily. Quicksilver said some really fucking wild shit in that one that I don't think people quite knew how to take, didn't he?
He did.
Trouble was not a happy bunny. Trouble does not play that shit at all. He told me off for reacting to it.
Yeah.
What? Covered in cum.
When you say like white people, he said this is exactly what I wanted to say. He said it though. That white boy shit, isn't it? I think Quicksilver, he's got something about him, hasn't he? Like he knows what he's doing. I just don't think he's doing it the way that he should yet. Like I don't think he's found his lane yet.
I think it's too heavy on playing that card. he just goes too heavy playing that card, innit? And I think that is if it was just one in a amongst like a load of other funny or bars or whatever, and I think that's another thing as well. He doesn't rap at all.
Yeah. I kind of looked at it as the same kind of feel as like Cooper with the pegging bars after a while.
Yeah, but
your audio keeps dipping in
Frost,
and out.
your audio's gone, man.
It's that
Is it me?
AirPod. Yeah, it's that
Yeah, bro,
AirPod again.
it's weird, isn't it? Is it picking me up now?
Yeah. No, now it's
No,
not.
it's gone.
That's weird. It's not now.
You know what?
Literally. Oh, now it is. Mate, fuck knows what's going on. Fuck knows. But yeah, I think Quicksilver just needs to figure out the little mistakes that he's making, and then he'll be. I think he could be pretty good.
Yeah,
I think he needs to be a bit more direct as well. With a lot of the
Yeah.
jokey bars that he does, you could say them to anyone.
Yeah.
And I think if you can actually learn to be more direct in person, that will elevate the jokes as well because they will feel more relevant.
That's true. That's true. Frost, we can't hear you, man. We can't hear you. I'm sorry. What did you guys think of Quicksilver then, Caveman? What did you think of the performance and his material?
I thought he was quite joking. I liked him. I thought the Dirk was good, but I found Quicksilver to be a bit more like he was the star of the show at that battle for me. It was just more interesting. Even the scandalous shit he was saying, I just felt like there was a lot more going on with him. So yeah, I quite liked Quicksilver.
That's fair. No.
Hear me now.
No, we can't.
No, you can't hear me now.
Oh no, we can. We can.
You can hear me now. Hear me now.
Yeah.
You can hear me now.
Yeah, we hear you
yeah.
now. Yeah, all good.
As I think like Wavy John was saying, if there was a lot more directness, then it's not just saying like fruity bars for the sake of saying fruity bars. Like, do you know what I'm saying? There'd be a lot more to sort of engage with rather than him just being like gay stuff, like dicks and willies. Yeah, like, do you know what I'm saying? I think that's really what he's got to develop out of.
Yeah,
It's
juvenile.
I think the Burke's got quite a humorous style as well, but the Burke ties it into the person that he's battling. So what he's saying, the jokes seem funnier because it's about the guy that he's battling. Whereas Quicksilver, if you're gonna say stuff like the covered in cum bar, you need to earn the crowd's trust to get that to come across the way he intends it to.
I don't even think then you should be talking about being covered in cum.
Probably not. The thing is, obviously O'Shea's a completely different level because O'Shea's a legend and he's been doing it forever. But
I don't think he should have done that either. To be honest, man, I know exactly what you're going to say.
He's done some
he should have said that either.
Yeah, no, 100%. 100%.
I feel like it just now every angle that he's every battle that he's going to go into, somebody is going to talk about him getting a facial in some sort of way. He's going to have it. It's going to be every single time. Catch him at
again.
The start,
that's something that you should avoid.
Exactly. He's done it to himself. I'm just why?
That is a thing that you have to think about when you're writing. Is you do have to sit there and sometimes think, am I saying something that's going to come back around?
Exactly. It's wild. Yeah, the whole.
But that wasn't.
Trump just doesn't like
He's not giving up on this point, is he?
The punch is that he's just gonna beat him, and he called him a dick. That's literally it, though, isn't it? There's no, like we said, there's no there's no.
I think that comes from not having a background in.
We can't get through this.
Doing what, do you know what I mean? That's.
I'd quite like to talk to him and find out what his thinking behind it was as he was coming up with the bar. He obviously had a way that it was intended that he meant that. I'd love to know what that was.
I genuinely think
we should get genius limits on this.
I genuinely think it got the reaction that he wanted it to get. I think he wanted to divide the room, you've seen even between the people at the front. Let's pick out the 3 people that I noticed in this was Frost being told off by Trucks for reacting to it, and Black T going wild in the background, waving his hair around woo!
I did it get it got the.
He got what he wanted. People are talking about it. People are saying about it. Do you know what I mean? It's just I feel like we said that to make it better. He could have done it. He could have done it better. He could have done it better.
He could have done it.
That is pretty scandalous.
I don't think there was enough of the risk and reward on that didn't measure up for me personally.
Okay.
But yeah, The last battle then, which had a few moments in as well, was
There's
Dub T.
those the Benny P versus Enigma the
Oh
Prophet.
yeah, of course, yeah. Let's talk
Yes,
about that
yes,
first
yes.
then. Love seeing Enigma back. I think
I
he did
thought
well.
100%.
he was really funny. I'd never really warmed to him too much previous battles I'd seen of him. But I thought he was really funny and a bit silly and that. I liked his
Okay.
shit.
Yeah.
It was good.
I agree.
Good
I think maybe that's something that he brought in because he's battling Benny P. That like without having any funny elements against Benny P, you're sort of you're up against it because he is very funny. But yeah, I enjoyed Enigma stuff. I really enjoy Benny P, man. I think he like, if he just sort of broke through the barrier of like taking his time and sort of letting things marinate and whatever else. Like I think he'd be a dangerous battler if he just sort of unlocked that part of himself where he just sort of knows the timing of when to rap and when not to rap and when just to let people laugh and whatever else. He'd be dangerous. He's very good.
Definitely.
He's very funny.
I feel like he needs to be a bit more picky with who he battles as well next. Like I feel like he could take that next step up.
Yeah.
Like nothing against Enigma, not that he weren't a good opponent for him or anything like that, but I just feel like he took Enigma on the return, which is cool because it meant something. But I think if Enigma was just active like back when he was, I don't think this battle would have made as much sense.
It's a funny one because I mean I think battling Enigma, 100%. But I think battling Enigma sort of opens a bit of that door for him because I think Benny P's second battle was Acre, by the way, which is mad when you sort of look at it like that. But he just had fluctuating career. But Benny P's brilliant, man. I think he definitely deserves a bigger plate.
I like that battle.
Looks like we're getting Kingsley versus Benny at some point next year if they can get that. That would be a sick battle. That would be awesome.
That would be brilliant. Yeah,
I reckon that would actually be a hilarious. Yeah, definitely get that locked in. That would be really good. Okay, which brings us on to the next battle, which I believe is the last battle, which was Dub T versus RX Southside. Dub is in the chat as well, so if you've got any questions, you can answer them from there, obviously. But yeah, what are we saying? I feel like there was a lot going on in this battle, and before we go into anything else, Dub T handled himself very well. For an 18-year-old guy as well, like 2 battles in.
Do you know what? That's something I always forget, man. I really do forget that, and yeah, like shout out Dub T. I spoke to him after the battle, but I was juiced, as everyone knows. Yeah, bro, you know I'll do that, plug. You know I'll do that, Trubs. You know I'm on that always. Yeah, I spoke to him after the battle, and I think he should disregard everything I said because I was juiced. But yeah, he was very good. Like he's got great bars. I do think it's tough coming up against Risk because he's got a lot of fucking like energy around him, man, and he is like
he's exciting.
Very overbearing. You're very exciting and very overbearing, and it's for someone who's as young as Dub T is and as new to the game as Dub T is. It's I mean I know Risk is new as well, but like I think there's Risk has stepped in with a lot of energy and mad confidence in himself, and it's very hard to sort of come up against that when you're just sort of finding your feet. I know that Risk, because he's got a lot of pals who are also battling as well. Do you know, like that close pals? Do you know what I'm saying? Like not like oh yeah, I'm gonna run my bars by so and so. Like there is boys. There's a lot of fucking there'd be a lot of sparring and like a training within themselves of like just on a day-to-day basis, which I think is a big thing. Is a big boosting point for Risk, but like as a newcomer, 100% knows how to control the crowd.
That's what I was just about to say.
100%.
Like the whole, like when he's rapping, like he is in control. He is in command of it all. Like it's, yeah. I'm not a huge fan of walking around, like during your opponent's round. I think it's cool when it's incorporated with like the flow of how something's going and you walk around your opponent. I think that's good. But whilst they're rapping, I think you stand there and you take what you need to take from them. Do you know what I mean? They've done that to you. That's the only thing that I would say. But apart from that, great.
I agree. I agree with you, yeah. But then also you've got to sort of factor that into like Riss's defense mode, and he's got a very good fucking defense mode. Like obviously he doesn't know what Dub T's about to say to him, yeah. But like he'll do this thing of like like. And it's as if like he's already like there's no way he's predicting what's about to be said, but he's already gone like, oh this thing again, and you're like, oh yeah, he just made that look silly. When reality is it's not silly at all. Like it's like, do you know what I'm saying? But he's just the way he sort of made it like, oh yeah, this whole thing again. Like he's very fucking. His defense is very strong.
I've gone. You said this bar, and you just gone. No one ever said that bar. I was like, can you say that, man?
Come on.
No, you did. Let me pull it up a sec.
yeah. Everyone, look this part. His defense game is very good. I know what you're saying about the walking around. It does. It definitely messes up. Like especially again, like for people who are new to performing in front of people. Like you've planned out. I'm going to perform this. Like this and whatever else, and then when he's behind you, you're like, what do I do? Like, do I carry on? Do I change what I'm doing because he's messing me up? Do I stick to my own thing? It's very difficult. I wouldn't know how to fucking like what to do to that. Like, I mean, I guess your best move is just to like ignore him and just rap to the camera, to the crowd, like to the main part of the crowd. Maybe I don't know. It's very hard to fucking. Work again.
I think in the room it might have been an advantage, but I think on cam where Dub T kind of did what you just said, you know, you do it more to the camera and things like that. I feel like he came across better in that moment because of it. Like on cam, obviously I wasn't there in the room, so I can't speak on that. But
and
definitely,
I haven't watched it back on cam yet either. So
I think there's little moments from both of them, to be fair, that you probably wouldn't have picked up off in the room. Because they're both very aware of the camera, which is another thing that's really, really important for people. Like
that's star quality.
You can't be doing your whole battle facing into this way of the crowd. It's got to be, you know, 100%. Present.
100%.
I was going to mention this, like literally, like I wanted to say that I wasn't going to say anything, but we will go into it quickly. Like when Trubs and T battled, obviously Trubs went to go behind T. T took a step back, knowing that was coming, and like it not necessarily like it threw Trubs off or anything like that, but it definitely like it was a moment, if you know what I mean. Like it was, yeah, that's it. Uno reverse card and all that. Like it was something happened then. But yeah, this is the other thing, right? If he would have done something like that and got in his way and blocked him, or been like, nah, stay where you are. Like I said,
I think what you do, is do the hokey dokey with him. No, it's 100%. I agree with you, Dub T. I think it's really difficult to battle against that, and I'm sure that does fucking like throw you out of your sync of what you've got planned in your head. Because that's another thing now where I've got to do something about that. Do you know what I mean? Like, and like stepping back or whatever it is, like or moving around him to the other side, or do you know what I mean? It's all something else that you've got to think about in that moment when you've already got a lot of things in your fucking head.
Yeah. I think
that's
is
it.
right, man.
And I think that's one of the things, like Rex won the battle on in terms of like presence. Do you know what I mean? Like if it was all different criteria and we chalked them all up, he commanded that stage. He was overpowering, he was overbearing, like Dub couldn't really breathe. Like it was a very good lesson for Dub to learn very early on, which is awesome for him. And I feel 100%. Like he's going to take a lot of that to go back into his next battle. But yeah, I think there was moments where maybe it did go that little bit too much, and it was teetering on that edge of like looking a bit tedious. I don't know what the right word would be.
I mean, again, I think that's something that Riss has got to sort of learn as well. It's like, how much of a bully do you be before it's like, all right, you're just being a bully. Like, do you know what I mean? And that's something that he's definitely got to work on his side of things as well, because it's going to end up biting him, because people are just going to be like, well, you're not playing a fair game. You're not actually here to battle. If you want to fight people, there's a fucking boxing event going on. Like, do you know what I mean? You can go like, so, do you know what I mean? So it does sort of even out on both sides.
No, definitely. Yeah, that brings us to the end of that. I think I'm really excited though, before we do go on, to see Briggs versus Giz now. I actually thought that was his debut on Prem. I forgot that this battle was happening. Apologies. No disrespect meant, but yeah, I'm really, really excited to see him against Giz, because I feel like Giz isn't someone you can bully.
Oh, Giz won't let you bully him.
So it'll be really, really interesting to see how that battle pans out. In the room, that's going to be intense.
Like whereas say like Whispers will meet the energy, and it's two fucking like like two fellas who are being aggy for lack of a better word. Whereas Giz ain't gonna allow you to bully him, but he's still going to be calm and collected and very much in himself. I think I'm looking forward to it. I've got a lot of time for Giz. I've got a lot of time for Giz.
Yeah, definitely. Giz is probably one of the most slept on battlers that we have, to be fair.
Big time.
Yeah, crazy. And like, he's had a notable year whilst not being part of the season, things like that. Like, it's, he's still getting the plates that he deserves, which is awesome. I was a bit worried that he might take a bit of a hiatus through it, but yeah, I'm glad that he hasn't. Definitely want to see Giz more active if we can get him more active, getting more opponents and that. But yeah, that brings us to the end of this card. Anyone got anything else to say, Caveman?
Subscribe to everything. Add 28th of September, probably. New project dropping. Lucky.
There we go. Yes, definitely, man. Oh, let me know as well if you get any like promo clips or whatever. I can put them in this, and we can show that at the start of the stream and everything. So yeah, definitely do that. Like Trubs just said, hit that like button. Definitely get on that. But before we go, we will be playing the Battle Rap Association game. For anybody who don't know what this is, we'll ask Trubs. In fact, we'll ask Flyboy to put in a second, put in a battler's name. I will then say someone that battler's battled. Then Caveman, you're going to say someone that battler's battled. John, you will go next. Then Bentner, then Frost, then back up to me. All right. We're going to keep it UK and Ireland.
Does the list reset once someone gets knocked out?
Yeah. I'll ask someone in the chat to put in another name. So Flyboy, give us a name, man.
Flyboy.
As soon as his name comes in, I'll shout out on that. Like I said, Frost. All right, Frost, Tech. Caveman, go.
Caveman.
Sam Hopes.
GWE.
He's got you there.
Hulk.
Dojo.
Quicksilver.
Usti.
Wavy John.
Fuck you, man.
I mean, I'm sat right here, man. He battled me earlier on in the year.
I did, yeah, no, Bentner.
Thank you, man. Hey, I'm sorry, but you are out of here, man.
That's the mic.
Technical difficulty.
I love that.
You hosted it as well, Frost.
I know. I'm useless. My fault. Hey, big up everyone.
Always a pleasure, man.
Love. Peace out.
See you later, man.
All right, we go back up to me then. Trubs, give us a battler, man. Give us a battler, and we'll go for it again. See who's going to see off. By the way, whoever wins, you need to close off this episode as well. Do a little sign off, and then I'll literally close it on you guys. So, yeah, Trubs, as soon as you're ready, man, send us a battler in, and we'll go again. I got another idea for a little game as well, where I want to like just name two battlers, and then you've got to go through a list of people that have battled each other till you get from that battler to the battler that I said. I tried to do it with someone the other day, and it was like Shotty and ScoMo or something like that, and we managed to do it. We did. Bobby Rex, Bizzo Bond. Caveman.
Izzo Band.
Yeah.
Tony D.
Unanimous.
Whispers.
Kick.
Savant. Didn't happen.
Hard.
Yeah, that didn't happen. Kicking
No,
Savant.
but-
did
No,
it?
it has happened. It has happened.
This event.
I'll let you go again. I said kick.
No,
Okay.
That's cool.
All right, man. Hey, it's always a pleasure. You said 28th.
Yeah.
New project out. Make sure that you're keeping an eye on that, guys. But hey, always a pleasure, man. Thanks for coming on.
Love you. Thanks for having me on.
Peace.
See you later, man.
All right, we're on to the next one then. Dub T, if you're still out there, give us a battler. Let's do this. Let's go for it again. What? Kick Savant has happened.
It did.
Okay,
Yeah,
man.
it did. I was saying
did
it's
your
been
dirty.
rocked. He's been
Is it an
When
academy
did that
battle or
happen?
something?
When did
Yeah,
that
it
happen?
was.
Was
I
it
swear
on
it
the
happened in like a
academy?
bookshop or something like that.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Well, hey, you live and you learn. Hey, that's it. Caveman, I apologize. I'm not sure if Dub T's still in there. Frost, quickly give us a battler. I'm going to bring you on. Give us a battler to start with. I'll go first. Go. You're.
Can't hear.
Type it in the chat. Are you there? Still can't hear you. Don't worry, because Chubbs has given us someone already. I'm dropping you back out. Right, we got Tally, Shotty, Wavy.
Tony D.
Unanimous.
Yunan, Bobby. Jeez, that was close. Bobby.
Georgie Roots.
Georgie Roots, nice.
Yanif.
Enigma, the Prophet.
Benny P.
Lord Bentner.
Dojo.
Quicksilver.
It's gonna get the same thing. We'll see what happens.
Uzdi.
Who did he just battle? Fuck. Wavy John. Jesus, sorry.
Just Trev.
No, I'm done. I have no idea.
Pleasure as always. Thanks for coming
See you later,
on, man.
guys. See you later.
Peace,
Have a good one.
peace. Oh, before you go, Bentner, give us a battler.
Yeah. A UK battler.
Yeah. Or Ireland.
Shuffle T.
Shuffle T. All right. Thank you very much. Right. Wavy is on me. Shuffle T. Anton Murphy.
Nah, I'm gone. See you later. It's been lovely being here.
Oh, that's the cheat code. Every single time. That's the cheat code. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. Peace. That's it for this week, guys. I hope you've all enjoyed it. Big up everybody. Flyboy, thank you for coming in and seeing us, man. Kingsley, all the way through as well. Plug. Trubs, thank you very much, man. Peace.